Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So let me go through this. I hope Madam told you that we are having 5 papers. Plus, I hope you are knowing this. HCT means hardcore. That means these are compulsory. SCT means we are having the options in 2 paper. And in the next semester, you will be allowed to take one paper from other things. That means other subject like stat, computer science, or MCA. You can see here we are having the papers like OEP, OET. That means this is a paper we are going to give to other subject. Like we are having in the computational school, we are having the streams like MCA, MSc Computer Science, MSc Statistics, MSc Biostrategy. So in the second semester, you are allowed to take at least one paper from other things, other stream. Like you can take a paper from stat, like you can take a paper from MCA or anything else. So it depends on your choice. That means OET, the name itself suggests that it is an elective paper. Okay, so let us go through the syllabus one by one. So this is a paper number 1. Is it visible now? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
it is visible.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
code is what is the paper code? These things you should know. That is what is the paper code of this number HCT 1.1. So which is 1.1 in the sense it is first semester first paper, right? So here you can see the syllabus. Some modifications are there that I will give you in the Google Classroom itself after every student will join, because only I think 35 or 36 students have joined. So we'll share all the documents, all the related lectures and all the notes in the Google Classroom itself after all the 50 students will join the Google Classroom. Okay, so here are the recommended books and books for the references. No doubt the notes, handwritten notes as well as the PDF of the book we are going to share you on the Google Classroom itself. Rather, if it is not possible there, we'll share on the on the WhatsApp group itself. Actually, WhatsApp group is not an official, so we are going to use mostly a Google Classroom. So you should be familiar with that. So you can see these are the syllabus. In every paper, we have 4 units, and these are the recommended books and reference books. So we'll go to the second one, HCT 1.2. So here also we are having 4 units. 1.2 means semester 1 and zero point 0.2 means it's a second paper of the semester 1, right? So the next we are going to see is the next paper is HCT 1.3, that is semester 1 third paper, paper number 3. So what is the name of the paper is differential equation, and there are again 4 units, and these are the recommended books, that is EA Coddington. You can have the PDF of this book is available on the Google itself. You can search in an introduction to ordinary differential equation by EA Coddington. You can get the PDF from Google itself. Okay. So next, that is the paper which I am going to teach you in this semester is a paper number 4, and the code of a paper is HCT 1.4. What is the meaning of HCT 1.4? That is semester 1 fourth paper. Okay, HCT means hardcore. We cannot have an option for this, and classical mechanics. Okay, the name itself suggests you that this is not the paper of the mathematics. It is completely based on the physics. So you have to go back to your BSc second year. So you have to see some of the definitions from there. You can see in the unit 1, we can have mechanics of the particle, mechanics of the system of particle, constraint, generalized coordinate. No doubt these words you are able, whatever you are seeing, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा difficult लगेंगे, but no doubt I am going to teach you in such a way that I will try my level best so that you can be familiar with all these words. What is a Lagrange's equation? What is distributive force? What is applications of Lagrange's formulation? In the in the unit 2, and that unit 2 in our classical mechanics is a very important, because many questions of the set and net both exam. Okay, many questions of set and net both exams are depending on the unit 2 itself, right? अगर आपको क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स का कुछ पूछेंगे नेट एग्जाम में तो वो सिर्फ सेकेंड चैप्टर का ही है. That means it is completely based on Euler-Lagrange's equations and the maxima and minima. I hope you are knowing how to find out the maxima and minima of any function. क्या करते हो maxima और minima के लिए? F dash of x equal to 0, then we are finding f double dash. F double dash is greater than 0, then we say that it is minima. And if f double dash is less than 0, then we say that it is maxima, right? So you need to note down everyone that this unit 2 is very important for your set and net preparations if you want to appear for set net exam. Because if as in the introduction lecture yesterday, everyone minimum 90% student say that you want to be a lecturer or anything else related to teaching. So you should qualify the SETNET exam if you want to teach in senior college, just like in BSc or MSc. If you want to teach for a BSc, MSc on the college level, you should be at least SET or NET. Okay, NET is for all over. That means if you qualify the NET exam, you can apply as an assistant professor to any of the college in your in all over India. But if you qualify the SET exam, you can apply for the post of assistant professor in Maharashtra itself. Okay, so this second topic is very important related to our SETNET exam. Okay, third one, unit 3 is Hamilton's principle. Question will be asked about the Hamilton's principle that I will tell you while we are having the third unit, and the unit 4, that is kinematics of the rigid body and some Killian parameters and all, and these are the references book. I hope you are not going to go through the references book, because actually as if you are student of mathematics, you are not आपको अगर physics पसंद होता तो आप physics ही लेते ना. So we are having this paper only for this semester. From this next semester, we are not having any paper other than mathematics. That is for your choice. Okay. OET means you can select a one paper from other stream, like from MCA, MSc Computer Science, or you can select a paper from statistics or biostatistics. Okay. So any doubt related to this, that means how to go through the syllabus and all, you can go through our website, Solapur University website. There you can go to the BOS syllabus. In that BOS syllabus, you can go for 2021 syllabus. And you have to download that syllabus, or unless otherwise we are going to share it on the Google Classroom itself, and go through the syllabus deeply, that you should understand what is there in the syllabus, what is a curriculum, how we are going to appear for the practical examinations. You can see here we are having HCP 1.1. That means there are 4 practical for all the hardcore, and for differential equation like this. And then next we have mathematics practical 2. Practical 2 will be based on the HCT 1.4 and SCT 1.1 or 1.2. Okay, so that is based on number theory and the classical mechanics. And this was this will be our second semester, that is HCT 2.1. HCT 2.1 means semester second first paper, like that. Okay. Actually, this is not a syllabus for you. That means no doubt whatever the points we have the same, but this practical, whatever you are able to see here, mathematics practical. Actually last year हमने ये paper के ही कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिए थे, बट नाउ फ्रॉम 2021 ऑनवर्ड्स हम आपको एक सॉफ्टवेयर देंगे, लेटेक्स. आई होप यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट द लेटेक्स, राइट ना? हेलो, हॅलो, आवाज येते का माझा?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, whatever we practical session we have in the टाइम टेबल itself you can see practical 1 and practical 2. जो भी आपको practical 1 and 2 दिख रहा है तो उसमें हम लोग आपको लेटेक्स या कोई एक सॉफ्टवेयर सिखाएंगे, राइट. सो एक्चुअली व्हाट इज दैट लेटेक्स सॉफ्टवेयर? वी कैन मेक अ पेपर. अगर आप कोई रिसर्च करना चाहते हो तो एट दैट टाइम you can use that latex. Okay, so on the screen itself you can see here, this is what presentation that we are going to use in the latex. It is simple, very simple type of things we are going to use in the latex, right. आपने पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन देखा होगा एवरीवन, अभी तो बनाया होगा ना पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. So actually, suppose if you want to prepare your seminar or something which is related to mathematics, अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड मैथमेटिक्स की इक्वेशन अगर पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन में डालना है तो वो समवट डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. बिकॉज इफ वट एवर यू आर गोइंग टू टेक फ्रॉम वर्ड फाइल, यू हैव टू टेक first type any equation in the word file and then you have to copy paste in your PowerPoint presentation, right? But sometime it will be supporting or not, right? अगर आप word file में भी suppose if you are going to type very big equation just like a triple integration or double integration, that if you want to type a double integration or triple integration in your word file, that will be very complicated and it after typing also it just doesn't look a good, right? Just like typing, आप अगर कोई बुक पढ़ रहे हो तो वहां पे कोई ऐसे सिंबल इधर उधर नहीं होते, राइट. आई होप यू आर हैविंग द आइडिया ऑफ दिस. अगर नहीं है तो आप वर्ड फाइल में कुछ मैथमेटिक्स के सिंबल या मैथमेटिक्स की इक्वेशन टाइप करके देखो. सो दैट इज नॉट वेरी इजी टू टाइप इन वर्ड फाइल. एंड अगर आप टाइप करते भी हो तो थोड़ा सा भी अगर आप स्पेसिंग बढ़ाओगे तो वो इक्वेशंस ऊपर नीचे हो जाते हैं. जस्ट लाइक अपर लिमिट कहीं और चला जाता है, लोअर लिमिट कहीं और चला जाता है. और इफ सपोज यू वांट टू ड्रॉ एनी ग्राफ, if you want to draw any graph on a word file, it is somewhat difficult to draw that graph. So to avoid all this, we have introduced a latex or Scilab in the 2 semesters. Somewhere we are having latex, somewhere we are having a Scilab. So these two software are very important for mathematicians to study, because अगर आप PhD करना चाहते हो तो आपको latex बहुत important है, right? So this is what a simple presentation of a latex. Make a presentation in the latex, right? So let me go through the next one for this. Wait, I'm going to see. Now I am going to share you that what are the career opportunities in mathematics, right? So in the today's lecture, we are going to see only the some basic points and some discussion. From the next lecture onwards, we'll go through the syllabus and all. So let me share you the screen for what are the career opportunities in mathematics. Because in the last lecture, introduction lecture, many of you telling that you want to be a lecturer, but I hope you are aware of the situation now, which is to be a lecturer, you have to at least qualify the SET or NET exam. But after 2021, if you want to be a assistant professor in the university, you must be PhD स्टूडेंट, दैट मीन्स आपका PhD कंप्लीट होना चाहिए अगर आपको लेक्चरर या असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर अगर यूनिवर्सिटी में बनना है. Otherwise, if you want to go in a colleges, it is okay. That means at least if you are qualified, set on net exam, that is also okay. Is the screen visible to everyone? Hello?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It is not visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can see here how maths can change your life, right? So next thing we are going to see the careers in mathematics. So we'll see first of all what are the some common views about the mathematics. First one is mathematics is hard because no doubt it will be not hard for you people because you have selected a mathematics. But if you anyone that is अगर कोई स्कूल टीचर है या स्कूल में कोई स्टूडेंट है obviously they will say that what is a subject that you feel that somewhat difficult, so that they will say definitely maths or science. The next thing they will say that it is boring, and some students or some people in around us say that the mathematics has nothing to do with the real life. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना सब लोग आपको मैथ्स के लोगों का रियल लाइफ से कोई मतलब वास्ता ही नहीं है, राइट ना? हेलो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
तो एक्चुअली अगर आपको किसी ने बोला कि पाइथागोरस थ्योरम आप कहाँ पे अप्लाई करने वाले हो, एट दैट टाइम यू विल बी कंफ्यूजिंग ना कि हम पाइथागोरस थ्योरम का कुछ रियल लाइफ में यूज ही नहीं है, राइट? Sometime someone will say that what is the use of Lagrange's theorem in the real life? No doubt there is no use of a Lagrange's theorem in the real life, but actually after the Lagrange's theorem we have a one Galois theory that you are going to study in the second semester algebra 2 paper. It has some real life applications and that is also in a vast number. Galois is a mathematician who has created a whole Galois theory at the age of 18 only. 18 साल की उम्र में उसने पूरा गैलोला थ्योरी स्टडी किया है, और रादर उसने खुद क्रिएट किया है, और हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं एट द एज ऑफ 21, राइट, इन द MSc सेकेंड सेमेस्टर. Okay, so someone say that the maths has nothing to do with the real life. So those for them you have to be ready with some real life example. Just like if you are having suppose continuity, you have studied in mathematics, right? Continuous function, you have studied what is a sequence, what is a convergence of sequence. So what is a continuity? You have to go through some real life examples of the continuity. Just like अगर आपका age और आपका height, right? Age and height both are increasing from the zero. मतलब आपका जब when you are going to birth, आप जब पैदा होते हैं तब आपका age और height कुछ specific होता है. So as the age and height go, अगर आपका age बढ़ते जा रहा है तो obviously height is going to increase, right? But at some fixed point, maximum height कितना होगा एक normal person का? Near about 5.6, 5.2, like this. Maximum सबसे ज्यादा बोले तो 6 या 7 exceptional cases में, right? After that आपका height बढ़ता है क्या? नहीं, right? So at that time you are going, आपका height जो stop होता है, but age is going to increase, right? So you have to apply the examples of right continuity or sequence, convergence of sequence. What is a convergence of sequence? A sequence is said to be convergent to limit L. What is that limit L? आपका height एक point पे जाके stop हो रहा है, right? Suppose for the ladies I can say it is near about 5.2 और 5.3. बहुत ज्यादा heighted है तो ladies में 6 feet होता है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं होता है. So at that point we are आपका जो height है वो stop हो जाता है 5.2. Like we'll assume L is equals to 5.2. The sequence Sn will converge to L, that is 5.2 feet, right? So आपका जो height है वो stop हो जाता है, but your age is going to increase, right? That is what a thing which we are going to apply on the real life. Even you can see, अगर आपका आप अगर कोई पेड़ लगा रहे हो, that means if you are going to, अगर आपके कोई गार्डन में आप पेड़ लगा रहे हो तो उसका हाइट और उसका एज इंक्रीज होता जाता है. बट एट सम पोजीशन आफ्टर सम टाइम द हाइट ऑफ दैट ट्री इज गोइंग टू बी फिक्स, बट एज ऑफ ट्री इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज. आपने कहीं पे देखा होगा ये ट्री इतने साल पुराना है, ये ट्री इतने साल पुराना है, like that. So height of that tree is going to be fixed out, but age is going to increase. That is what the convergence of the sequence, right? And continuity also, there are some examples. I will give the hint for that example. You have to search. अगर आप फ्रिज में से कुछ आइस क्यूब निकाल के एक पॉट में रखते हो, okay, that is what I am going to give a hint for that continuity. Continuity of function सुना है ना कभी? A function is said to be continuous at x equal to a if mod of f of x minus f of a is less than epsilon, whenever mod of x minus a is less than delta, right? So these things, whatever we are going to study, continuity, sequence, there are so many real life example. इवन अगर आपको किसी ने पूछा कि आपके जो ग्रुप थ्योरी है उसका क्या रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल है, राइट? आई होप यू हैव स्टडीड ग्रुप थ्योरी Zn.
Yes, ma'am.
Zn. For Zn, suppose I am going to give you Z12 with addition, right? So what is a real life example of a Z12 with addition? Ahad ka real life examples? Okay, what is there in Z12? क्या है एलिमेंट Z12 के with addition?
0 to 11.
Okay, 0 to 11, right? Suppose I am going to restrict that. We are going to have Z12, that Z12 star, that means 0 को आप एलिमिनेट करो और Z12 क्या बनेगा विथ मल्टीप्लिकेशन, इट विल बी फ्रॉम 1 to 12, करेक्ट? Z12 स्टार, राइट ना, विथ मल्टीप्लिकेशन.
हाँ.
right? So Z12 star means we are having the elements from 1 to 12. What will be the real life example of Z12 star? Every day rather your life is depending upon that only. At every time we are using that.
Clock.
Clock is an example of a Z12, right? In a Z24, because in the railway we are using the 24 hours clock, right? So these are the real life examples. That means maths is not having any real life example. That is a wrong statement, correct? So next thing that we can see is if suppose someone want to live a life without mathematics, okay, if they are saying that maths is boring, maths is hard, maths have nothing to do with the real life, so you have to tell them that you should not use anything from mathematics. अगर आपको मैथ्स छोड़ के ही लाइफ जीना है, क्योंकि अगर मैथ्स का कुछ यूज ही नहीं है तो आपको मैथ्स का यूज आपकी खुद की लाइफ में भी नहीं करना है, राइट? सो एट दैट टाइम ही और शी विल नॉट बी एबल टू लिव, बिकॉज अगर आपको खाना भी खाना है तो आप क्या करोगे, मुझे एक रोटी बस या दो रोटी बस, सो एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो यू आर यूजिंग मैथमेटिक्स, करेक्ट ना? एक मीन्स वॉट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज अ मैथमेटिक्स ना, वन रोटी, टू रोटीज, or suppose you want to drink a water, 1 liter, 1 glass, one half glass, like that. So at that time also we are going to use a mathematics, 1 2 3, these are numbers of mathematics now. So let us go for the next. All mathematicians are mad, some people are saying. So these things you will be having a contradiction after some time. So you can see here we can have use of mathematics in crime detection, medicine, and many other things. Okay. So actually if the number plate, अगर आपको मैथ्स का यूज क्राइम में क्या है देखना है, तो अगर एक नंबर प्लेट आपको मिलता है जो ब्लर है किसी हीफ का या किसी का, तो एट दैट टाइम यू कैन हैव डी ब्लरिंग, मतलब आप जो ब्लर इमेज है उसको डी ब्लर कर सकते हो नंबर प्लेट को with the help of mathematics. Okay, so you can see the image. We are having one टैक्सी और वन कार, उसका इमेज जो भी नंबर प्लेट है वो ब्लर आया है भाई, लेकिन सम मैच के कुछ एप्लीकेशंस की वजह से वो डी ब्लरिंग कर सकते हैं. So next thing you can have, where you can see blurred, right? Police has taken the photo but the image of that number plate is blurred. So what is the solution? Find a model for de-blurring, right? So original image, whatever we can see, after that we apply some formula so that we can have the correct or de-blurring image. That means a clear image, whatever of the number plate. दिसतंय ना सगळ्यांना presentations?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this formula we are going to use there so that we can have a clear image. Okay. And by using the inversion formula, you can see we are having the clear image J209LTL. Actually, the things we are going to have very blur image that we can clear. Okay. Actually, whatever we have seen just now, it is from image processing, because for this we have to take a help of a computer science also, because we can see that mathematics is said to be queen of all the sciences, because अगर आप maths का use देखोगे तो obviously it is on every stream, whether it is in physics, chemistry, and computer science. So for this example, we have to make a use of a computer science. Okay. So you can see here we are having the in TV, DVD, special effect, computer graphing, everywhere we are having the uses, because you can see in the computer itself it is completely based on the system of 0 and 1 binary numbers, and that we have studied in mathematics, 0 and 1, right? So you can have some applications of mathematics. that is used in graphics. आपने अपने चाइल्डहुड में देखा होगा ना कुछ मूवीज, cartoon movies that completely based on mathematics plus computer science. With the help of that we are going to have a pictures. देखा होगा ना आपने डोरेमोन का, पिकाचू, आपके जो भी कार्टून्स है वो सब एनिमेटेड पिक्चर्स है, राइट? And now we have to go through the use of maths in medicine. That we know already. That is in ultrasound, MRI, CT scan. Everywhere we are having the use of mathematics. पता है ना सबको कहाँ पे यूज होता है, कैसे यूज होता है? साउंड वेव्स का ट्रैवलिंग का कैलकुलेट करते हैं, दैट वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू यूज अ स्पीड फॉर्मूला. So with the help of that only we are going to use our mathematics. Okay. This is a scanner. आपने देखा होगा तेरे नाम पिक्चर में यही था ना, तभी आपको पता चला था कि ये सब भी होता है, right? So here also we are going to use a mathematics. Okay, and you can see here over 90% of all job require a mathematics, right? Some of you have appeared, I think, for Infosys interview, TCS interview from Walchand College. जो वॉल्चन और दयानंद कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स है सिटी के, आपने कुछ इंटरव्यू अपीयर किए होंगे ना बीपीओ के जॉब्स के लिए बीएससी के बाद या बी अपीयरिंग में, राइट?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, so at that time you are having 3 stages, right? I think it is first one is in common they are having 3 stages. First one is related
Aptitude, reasoning, and verbal.
right, aptitude, reasoning, and verbal. So in the aptitude, they are going to give 90% of questions are related to mathematics, right? So for the job of BPO after graduation itself, you need a mathematics if you want to do a job, right? And even you have heard about MPSC, UPSC. सबने MPSC, UPSC के बारे में तो सुना होगा. वहाँ पे भी एक पेपर मैथमेटिक्स का होता है. Mathematics, they say that it is aptitude related. Aptitude means what? It is some completely related to reasoning, math, and some questions related to mathematics. Percentage पे होते हैं कुछ questions aging पे रहते हैं. That is age of children is this, age of mother is this, then what will be the age after 20 years or 3 years. Like these of questions are there in MPSC and UPSC. वहाँ पे भी आपको maths का जरूरत पड़ता है. So we need a mathematics everywhere if you want to go through the jobs also. And if you want to earn more than any other profession, many degrees are there which is related to statistics, physics, engineering, chemistry. Everywhere we are going to use a mathematics. So you can have the last one, aeronautics and cryptography. Cryptography is also a good thing for mathematics. आपको cryptography में अगर आप मास्टरी कर लोगे तो आपको इन्वेस्टिगेशन, पुलिस का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होता है ना उसमें बहुत यूजफुल है, क्योंकि sometime I think you have heard about ISI and RAW. Ekta Tiger. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you should reply so that I will be having the thing that you are listening. We are having the two-way communication. So what
Yes,
is?
ma'am. We are listening.
हाँ, so cryptography is what? आपको अगर ISI और RAW वाले डायरेक्टली मैसेज नहीं भेजते ना, अगर कोई अंडर कवर एजेंट है, राइट? अगर कोई अंडर कवर एजेंट है, उसको कोई मैसेज इंडिया को भेजना है, कोई मैसेज कहीं बाहर भेजना है, तो एट दैट टाइम दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू डायरेक्ट मैसेज, राइट? उनका कुछ कोड लैंग्वेज होता है. दैट कोड लैंग्वेज यू कैन डीकोड विद द हेल्प ऑफ क्रिप्टोग्राफी. अगर आपको क्रिप्टोग्राफी में कोई कमांड मिलता है या आप कोई कोर्स करते हो क्रिप्टोग्राफी में, मे बी इट इज अवेलेबल इन बेंगलोर और पुणे और मुंबई, वहां पे जाके कोई कोर्स या स्पेशल एमएससी या कुछ होगा, तो एट दैट टाइम यू कैन अप्लाई डायरेक्टली इन द इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर्स, राइट? वहां पे हम मैथमेटिशियंस की जरूरत होती है, क्योंकि कोई भी कोड या डी कोड आता है तो उसको डिकोड करके वो क्या बोलना चाहता है वो आपको बताना पड़ता है, Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is what? Actuarial studies. I hope everyone heard about the CA, right? Chartered accountant. सब
Yes,
लोग
ma'am.
चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट के पास बहुत पैसा होता है ऐसे एक्चुअली माय यंगर ब्रदर इज डूइंग सीए actually he has completed almost CA his internship is also over he is giving the last paper rather he has completed last paper only we are waiting for the result. Actually, when he was at the 12th CPT, he has cleared and he was the third in our district. So I hope he will be CA within few days. So what is actuarial studies? It is just like a CA. जितना CA कमाता है उससे कहीं ज़्यादा actuarial studies में कमाते हैं. If you are going to clear near about कुछ 14 पेपर होते हैं एक्चुरियल मैथमेटिशियन के जैसे सीए के कुछ पेपर्स होते हैं नियर अबाउट के उसके कुछ पेपर्स होते हैं और 3.5 साल का उनको इंटर्नशिप करना पड़ता है जैसे आप डॉक्टर बनना चाहते हो तो 1 साल का इंटर्नशिप होता है वैसे ही सीए के लिए भी 3.5 साल का इंटर्नशिप होता है तो एक्चुअल मैथमेटिशियन में भी 14 पेपर्स होते हैं कंबाइनिंग थ्योरी एंड प्रैक्टिकल तो वो 14 पेपर में से अगर आप 4 या 5 पेपर भी क्वालिफाई हो जाते हो या 4 या 5 पेपर भी आप कंप्लीटली मतलब पास हो जाते हो तो आपको कोई भी बड़े इंस्टीट्यूट जैसे लाइक आपने सुना होगा ना कोई कोचिंग क्लासेस होते हैं बड़े बहुत ज्यादा रिन्यूड कोचिंग क्लासेस विच आर देयर इन मुंबई पुणे बहुत सालों से चल रहे हैं वहां पे आपको डायरेक्टली जॉब लग सकता है and if you clear near about 10 or 12 papers you will be just like actuarial mathematicians and हर एक कंपनी में कोई भी बड़ा कंपनी रहने दो उसमें एक्चुरियल का जरूरत होता ही है राइट so you can go through the actuarial mathematics after completing MSc you can search for actuarial mathematics go to Pune complete your courses and be a millionaire because अगर आप actuarial mathematicians बनते हो आप अगर near about 10 to 12 papers पास हो जाते हो तो मिनिमम स्टार्टिंग पेमेंट इज दैट इज पैकेज फॉर देम इज 1 lakh per month. This is now, but maybe it is increasing in near future. Some may have a question, आपने क्यों नहीं किया? Because my parents was not allowing me to go to Pune for study of actuarial, so that's why I am here only. My complete education is in the Solapur itself. इवन फॉर पीएचडी आई हैवंट गॉन एनीवेयर पहले हमारे यहाँ पे गाइड नहीं था सोलापुर यूनिवर्सिटी को आफ्टर गाइड आने के बाद मेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन यहीं पे हुआ है माय पेरेंट्स आर नॉट अलाउिंग मी टू गो एनीवेयर आउटसाइड सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैवंट डन एक्चुरियल so I hope anyone from you can do actuarial mathematics in the business even in the stock market लॉकडाउन में तो बहुत लोगों ने स्टॉक मार्केट और शेयर मार्केट में जो इन्वेस्ट किया था क्योंकि उस वक्त लॉकडाउन में सभी शेयर्स का वैल्यू इतना कम हो गया था लाइक 1 रुपी 2 रुपी आइडिया के शेयर्स 2 रुपीज में थे आज उसका शेयर 12 से 13 रुपये में हो गया दैट मीन्स दोज हु हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन द लॉकडाउन पीरियड दे आर जस्ट लाइक उन्होंने बहुत कमाया सो एट द इन द स्टॉक मार्केट और शेयर मार्केट में भी मैथमेटिशियंस का बहुत जरूरत है क्योंकि जितना लॉजिक मैथ्स के लोग लगा सकते हो उतना कोई भी नहीं लगा सकते राइट बिकॉज शेयर मार्केट में क्या है प्रिडिक्शन ही इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज आपको लास्ट जो भी 10 to 12 डेज का डेटा है या फिर लास्ट 3 years का डेटा है उसको एनालाइज करना है आफ्टर 3 जो भी 3-4 साल में एनालिसिस होता है वो देख के आपको प्रिडिक्ट करना है कि ये शेयर का वैल्यू इतना इंक्रीज होगा या ये शेयर का वैल्यू इतना इंक्रीज होगा सो देर आर मेनी एग्जाम्पल लॉकडाउन में कुछ लोगों ने इतना जो भी शेयर मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट किया है आफ्टर 6 months दैट मीन आफ्टर लॉकडाउन लॉकडाउन खुलने के बाद उन्होंने बहुत कमाया है सो एक्चुअली वी कैन बी अ शेयर मार्केट पर्सन आप शेयर मार्केट में भी जा सकते हो राइट सो दीज आर द थिंग्स वी आर हैविंग रिलेटेड टू मैथमेटिक्स so in the X-ray also we are using mathematics. Okay, so let us go to the our subject. So in the classical mechanics paper, we are going to study now. First, we'll go through some of the basic points like what is the velocity, what is the speed, what is a position vector. These things we are going to study. After that, we'll go to the main. Even we are going to study what is the Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Next, what is a position vector, what is a velocity, what is an acceleration, what is momentum. I know आप सब लोग भूल गए होंगे, but you have to revise it for this paper, classical mechanics. And as I told you that the second chapter of the classical mechanics is very useful for SETNET examination, because many of you want to be a lecturer. So you should qualify SETNET exam, and if you are qualified the NET JRF, you can go for a PhD. There are actually two criteria in the NET exam. You can be NET LS or NET JRF. NET LS means what? You are eligible only for lectureship. NET JRF means you are allowed to do a PhD. That means if you are going to do a PhD, government or CSIR is going to give you a fellowship of 35,000 per month. Okay, for 3 years. 35,000 per month for 3 years. And if you are going to extend this, then you will get again more fellowship. That is called a SRF. JRF means Junior Research Fellow. SRF means Senior Research Fellow. And there are many type of TIFR. You can heard about Tata Institute and all. So you can appear for their exam also. They are also giving you some fellowship for doing a PhD. I hope you have heard about the GATE exam. This is what SET exam only restricted for any state. That means if you are going to appear for the SET exam of the Maharashtra, then if you are eligible, if you are qualified the exam, there are two criteria. Passing the exam is different and qualifying is also different. Next is NET exam. In that we are having two criteria. That first one is LS, that is lectureship, and second one is JRF, that is जूनियर रिसर्च फेलो. आप इफ यू गो थ्रू, अगर आप JRF क्वालिफाई हो जाते हो, क्योंकि LS का जो कट ऑफ है थोड़ा कम लगता है, मेरिट लगता है ना, इसका कट ऑफ थोड़ा कम लगता है, और JRF का थोड़ा हाई रहता है. जस्ट लाइक अगर आपका 200 का एग्जाम है, 200 मार्क्स का, तो LS का नियर अबाउट अगर इफ इट इज 90, सो JRF का नियर अबाउट 110 होता है, राइट? नो डाउट यू आर नोइंग दैट नेट एग्जाम इज having the negative system also. So if you go to the JRF, अगर आप JRF के लिए क्वालिफाई होते हो तो आप PhD कर सकते हो. आपको CSIR के थ्रू 35,000 पर मंथ फेलोशिप मिलता है, राइट? प्लस कॉन्टिजेंसी भी होता है. That is yearly some amount of contingency they are going to give. That means if you are going to go to any conferences, so वो सब खर्चा आपको CSIR देता है. अगर आप किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए जा रहे हो या फिर आप कोई बुक परचेस कर रहे हो, so if you are purchasing a laptop, at that time they are going to give some more amount, plus actually it is 31,000 plus we are having 20% HRA. HRA means housing allowance, so which will cost near about 6,000. So if, in short, we can consider it 35,000 per month if you qualify for the JRF. Okay, and you can go for any IIT institute or SIT, so you can do a PhD there. Your parents are allowing to go to any university to do a PhD, correct? So next is a GATE exam. I hope you have heard. Actually, many have a misunderstanding that GATE exam is only related to engineering, but actually GATE exam is related to mathematicians also. क्योंकि गेट के स्कोर पे आप किसी भी स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी में अप्लाई कर सकते हो. अगर आपका रैंकिंग बहुत ज्यादा हाई है तो आपको बहुत ज्यादा फेलोशिप भी मिलता है. अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट में अगर आपको अप्लाई करना है तो गेट का रैंकिंग हाई रखना पड़ता है, करेक्ट? नो डाउट आपको अगर बहुत ज्यादा बोर हो रहा है तो लेट अस गो टू अवर syllabus. Position vector. Okay, I hope you are knowing about a vector and scalar.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the difference between scalar and vector?
Vector have a
Vector
direction
has direction and scalar has not direction.
So here, what is a position vector? Suppose we are having one position vector. So actually, suppose we are discussing everything in the 3D space. Okay. So we are discussing on the 3D space. Suppose this is a position vector. So it will have some say x, y, and z coordinate. So it is xi plus yj plus zk. So this is called a position vector. Suppose we are going to denote this by r bar. Suppose let us take it from origin. Suppose this is a point P with say coordinate x, y, z. Let us take this is point P in the 3D space with say coordinate x, y, z. And this is what a position vector. So how you are going to write this is xi plus yj plus zk. What are I, j, k? These are unit vector in the direction of x, y, and z axis. I know you are having some problem of board पर का कुछ visible नहीं होगा. No doubt I am going to share the notes, and after 2 days I am going to have a pen tablet. With the help of that, you will not have any problem of this blurring and all. No doubt fluctuation जो होता है ना अपना इंटरनेट का, अगर इंटरनेट का फ्लक्चुएशन होगा तो आपको ये क्लियर नहीं दिखेगा. So that's why I am going to share you now handwritten notes as well as the recommended book in our Google Classroom itself. And after 2 days, I have bought my pen tablet so that it will be easy for you to understand. I hope you have gone through the lecture of Tenga ma'am. She is using pen tablet for writing because board पर का कुछ mostly visible नहीं होता है क्योंकि थोड़ा सा कैमरे का इफेक्ट होता है because the camera of our laptop is not so much good as compared to our mobile phone. Okay, so let us go for the first one. What is a position vector? If P is a point in the 3D space, R bar is called a position vector and it is written as xi plus yj plus zk. What are I, j, k? These are nothing but the unit vectors in the direction of x, y, and z axis. Okay. So what will be the velocity? How you calculate the velocity?
Distance per
upon
unit time.
Distance upon time. Or we may call it as displacement upon time. What is the difference between distance and displacement?
Distance has no direction and displacement has direction.
Right. So that means suppose if I travel like this, if I travel from a position A to position B, so whatever the distance covered, I will tell that it is say 1 kilometer. And if suppose I am come back here, so what will be the distance covered? 1 plus 1, that is 2 kilometer. But what is the displacement? There is no displacement.
zero.
हाँ, position A पे थे और वहीं पे आके रुक रहे. So there is no displacement. So rate of change of a position vector with respect to time is called a velocity. Right? And what is an acceleration?
Change of velocity with respect to time.
Velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. And what is a momentum? Momentum is given by
Mass into velocity.
right. Mass into velocity is called a momentum. Correct. Next, we are going to see angular momentum. That is, angular momentum is denoted by L. It is nothing but R cross T bar. That is, R is a position vector, T is a linear momentum. This is called a linear momentum, and this is angular momentum. Okay. So these are the definitions which we need for our classical mechanics paper. Okay. What is the Newton's first law? I hope you have studied in either 8th or 9th standard. Newton's 7th, 8th standard, somewhere. Newton's first, second, and third law. An object is at rest and stays at rest. आगे क्या है? Unless and until external force is applied. What is the second law? You don't know Newton's first, second, and third law. I hope third law is known to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
What is the
If-
third law?
reaction force is an reaction force simultaneously.
Every action and
Every action has
equal and opposite reaction.
That is what a Newton's third law. Okay, so these are the things we are having for the basic one. And next we are going to start with the conservation principle and this equation and all. Okay, so let me stop the lecture. Already we have covered 1 hour. Kandi sir is not available, so that's why I have taken the lecture. He is on leave. So from tomorrow onwards, again, every teacher will share you the link of the live lecture on the Google Classroom. So you have to go to the Google Classroom, click on that link, and you can attend the lecture. Even these lectures we are recording so that अगर आपका कोई नेट का फ्लक्चुएशन है या इंटरनेट खत्म होता है 1.5 GB होता है ना पर डे का, so at that time you can see the lecture on the YouTube itself. I hope you have seen our YouTube channel. Hello?
No, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So you can subscribe them. हम यूट्यूबर्स की तरह नहीं बोल रहे सब्सक्राइब करो. Actually, if you subscribe, then you will see the notification. That means if we